athletes at the local YMCA. Public comment is opening for Oswego Mayor Billy Barlow's proposed social district, what the community is saying so far. And COVID cases in Oswego County are on the rise. Find out the warning that campus safety is giving to students. This is Oswego Now. Welcome to Oswego Now. I am Lane Russell. The future of masks on the Suny Oswego campus is uncertain. COVID cases are rising in Oswego County, but in response, Suny Oswego began encouraging students to mask up this week, but they did not mandate wearing a mask. Our Jose Ramirez spoke to campus officials to find out how this decision came about.
That's right, Lane. The school administration is not bringing back the mask mandate, but they are encouraging people to use masks as COVID cases are rising in Oswego County. This decision came after the CDC labeled Oswego County's COVID-19 cases as high, recommending people to use masks indoors. The school sent out an email informing the campus community of the decision, which left some students confused. I spoke to Edito Ramos, a graduating senior, on his thoughts about the decision.
Honestly, I'm a little confused, I'm not gonna lie. Because at first they were like, it's okay for you to not wear a mask, like you're gonna be okay. And now they're telling us that it's like encouraged for us to wear a mask. So it's like, do we wear a mask or do we not wear a mask?
Victoria Furlong is the campus safety monitor. She says since the vaccination rate is high on campus, a mandate is not really necessary.
Vaccination rate that can combat and mitigate any the effects of COVID. So because of that, and because our community has been doing so well, we did not go directly to a mask mandate, but do want our campus community to understand that COVID is still around and that the increased rate of COVID infections in the community is high.
Just yesterday, there was also a new email sent warning that flu cases are also rising on campus, giving more reason for students to wear masks indoors. Victoria and the administration are closely monitoring COVID cases as we get closer to the graduation date. She says, depending on the situation, some policies may be brought back and the mask mandate may not be completely off the table. But for now, students and faculty can choose whether or not to wear a mask. Reporting from Morano Campus Center, I'm Jose Ramirez, Oswego Now.
Thank you, Jose. For more information on how to mitigate the effects of both viruses on campus, well, you can head to the Masking on Campus webpage on the Suny Oswego school website. The Planning and Development Committee approved Oswego Mayor Billy Barlow's proposed social district this week. Our reporter Melanie Higgins breaks down what this means and the community's response to the new project.
With the new social district being proposed by Mayor Billy Barlow right here in Oswego County, it will allow people to walk from one business to another with an alcoholic beverage in their hand.
But not everyone is on board with this plan.
Of course, were some negative comments. I find that most of those negative comments came from people who actually didn't understand what we were really talking about.
Those online comments coming from local business owners and concerned parents alike. One woman writing, "We live in a city that can't get the homeless into shelters or the druggies off the streets. And now add drunks to the equation. This is a college town. They will embrace the opportunity to drink outside." But Barlow disagrees with this.
I think we're doing it responsibly. They thought we were just lifting the open container and it was a free-for-all, and that's really not what we're talking about.
Barlow explains that the new social district isn't about lifting any pre-existing open container laws, but instead allowing a more convenient way for people in the area to enjoy all that Oswego has to offer.
When you have hundreds or maybe thousands of people in a very small area all drinking, the problems are much greater for issues, be it fights or arguments or belligerent behavior.
Others arguing the new social district may pose a threat to local businesses that don't sell alcohol. I spoke to one parent whose stepdaughter is attending the college. She says the social district shouldn't be anything to worry about.
I don't think that it'll necessarily be something that's an issue. We have a good police department. We have a good rapport with the college.
Now, the decision for a social district is open to public comment, and it'll be available April 11th at City Hall if you're interested. Reporting in downtown Oswego, I'm Melanie Higgins.
Thank you, Mel. Now, we've reached out to several people who expressed their concerns online about this new social district, but all have declined to comment so far. Ramadan, a holiday during the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, started this week. Muslims across the world observe the holiday with a number of traditions, including fasting from sunrise to sunset each day. That includes not drinking any water. But what if you're a student athlete? How do you train and compete without eating all day? I spoke to one student who says it's all about preparation.
For me, it's a mental thing. And also just being able to have the proper meals at like 3, 4 a.m. But luckily enough, the school offers that. I believe Pathfinder has some sort of form that you fill where you can get your dinner and breakfast.
Usmani also says that his coach has worked with him to start practicing after sunset so he can drink water and have a snack before exercising. There's a new program at the Oswego YMCA that is tailored for young female athletes. Our Sydney Havens has more on the story.
The women at the City of Oswego YMCA are making baskets and making change. The Y is teaming up with the Suny Oswego women's basketball players for the Her Time to Play program. This program was created by the NCAA and is in its second year in Oswego. Her Time to Play is not only about teaching basketball, it also teaches young girls about confidence and how to deal with adversity in the sports world. The Oswego women's basketball team serves as coaches and role models for the younger girls. The program has left a lasting impression on many of the women on the team.
When I was growing up, I was the only girl playing basketball with all boys. And it was a lot of fun, but it wasn't like I got to meet really girls that were into the same thing as me.
Jenna Lamb is the YMCA family director and is in charge of the program here at Oswego as well as in Fulton. She says that this is not the only program at the Y that focuses on female empowerment. Lamb also hosts a mentoring program called Girls Rock, where she teaches girls about Black history, gender identification, and LGBTQ rights. Lamb says that she aims to give these girls an outlet to talk about their feelings or ask questions that they may not want to bring to their parents.
It's really important that I get the message of inclusivity out there in general, but also so that people can see the Y as a place for everyone to come, no matter sex, gender, ability.
The Her Time to Play program is still accepting registrations, which can be found online or at the Y.
The local YMCA right here in the city of Oswego hopes to continue these female empowerment programs in the future. Sydney Havens, Oswego Now.
And like Sydney mentioned, if you want to learn more information about how to join these programs, you can visit the YMCA. It's located on West 1st Street here in Oswego. A Suny Oswego professor is retiring after 45 years in the school's theater program in their costume design department. Oswego Now's Jack Joanitis talked to her about her career and how she's preparing for her final show at Suny Oswego.
I'm talking about Kitty Macy, who has worked in many operas and other performances around Oswego. Now let's see what she has to say about her experiences here in Oswego.
Here's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been a lot of everything. You know, it's a lot of mixed emotions in terms of how to get things done, what stress is like. But the biggest thing that I really have enjoyed has been the students and working with them.
Kitty Macy has also worked in several operas throughout the area and across the world. This is where she said she has worked with them.
The operas that I have worked on there have been several here at Oswego, but there have also been operas that I've done in Syracuse. I've done Syracuse Opera, and I also did an opera in Munich, Germany.
Now, let's talk about the major upcoming performance, which is called the Wedding Center. And you may be wondering how many outfits they're going to be wearing. Well, Macy told me a number, and it's going to be a lot. This is what she had to say.
It's based off of a film that Adam Sandler did called The Wedding Singer. And then it turned into a musical on Broadway, and we are doing it now. It has approximately 18 students that are in the show, and then we have each one has around 10 costumes each. Maybe a couple of them have some more. And so we probably have about 200 costumes.
That was our Jack Joanitis reporting. If you want to be able to watch this performance, well, you can get tickets on oswegonow.net, where you can learn more information. When we return, Bethany Strong will have your full weather report, plus history being made in the Supreme Court yesterday, we'll break down Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation speech at the White House. You're watching Oswego Now.
If doctors, nurses, and grocery store clerks can wear a mask for 10 or 12-hour shifts, you can wear a mask for an hour or less when you go to the store. Do your part. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.
Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Bethany Strong, and although hurricane season isn't marked to start until the beginning of June, it isn't rare that we've seen a hurricane in early April. So let's take a look at our recently released hurricane names for this season. Now, Colorado State University has released their annual report, and they're predicting 19 named storms this year, as well as 9 major hurricanes. Now with that, let's take a look at our local weather. Now right now it's cloudy. We have that sun slowly disappearing to our east, and temperatures around 43. That'll stay that way throughout tonight. Now let's take a look at why and what's going on. You can see those clouds slowly moving into the region, and this is all because of a low pressure system that's currently over the northeast and will remain mainly stationary throughout this weekend. Now for that, with our precipitation, we're going to have scattered showers throughout tonight, but it's not guaranteed. As you can see, it's very spotty throughout the region, and we'll see that throughout this weekend. For tomorrow, again, spotted showers throughout the day, mainly in the early morning, and it'll scatter out throughout the night. Now for Sunday, we'll have a bit of a major shower in the early morning as well, around 10 to noon. You can plan your weekend accordingly, and I'm sure Hunter will go over activities to do for then. Now looking at our current temperatures, low 50s as we go into the highs for Saturday, mainly around the mid 40s, and then into the lows for Saturday. Our higher regions like Watertown will see potentially snow because their temperatures are going to drop below freezing. Now on Sunday, we will see temperatures in the low 40s, so a bit of a cooler period of time, but that's with those showers that are coming. Now, as you can see for this weekend, we'll have those showers a little breezy throughout Saturday. Monday, we'll have a bit of sun, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll go back to that typical cloudy Oswego weather. Over to you, Lane.
Thank you, Bethany. Today, with her historic confirmation speech, Ketanji Brown Jackson took the stage as the first Black woman to be elected to the Supreme Court. The Senate confirmed her nomination Thursday in a 53-47 vote, which primarily fell along party lines, with 3 Republicans joining her on voting her in. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris on the White House lawn. Jackson took time to note those who came before her to make this achievement possible.
It has taken 232 years and 115 prior appointments for a Black woman to be selected to serve on the Supreme Court of the United States.
and will take her seat as a justice on the Supreme Court when this current term ends this summer and Justice Stephen Breyer retires. Buying a home is becoming less affordable for more Americans. According to a new report from real estate data from Adam, home prices in most areas are up at least 10% compared to a year ago. After the pandemic wreaked havoc on the economy, home buying recovered quickly, fueled by record low interest rates. But a historically short supply of homes was outstripped by the demand, which sent home prices higher and higher. Now, a lot of industries around the nation have been suffering due to COVID-19, the healthcare industry being one of them. But according to a new study, the healthcare workforce is slowly returning back to pre-pandemic levels. Researchers compared turnover rates between April and through December 2020 and January through October 2021. They found that rates peaked in the first part of the pandemic, but largely recovered in the second half of it. As for the latest out of Ukraine, at least 50 people, including 5 children, are dead after Russian forces carried out a missile strike on a railway station in eastern Ukraine. According to Ukrainian officials today, President Volodymyr Zelensky says that nearly 300 were wounded in that strike. In a statement, local police say that the rocket struck a temporary waiting room where hundreds of people were waiting for evacuation out of the country. Up next, Hunter Truman will have more on what's going on around Oswego with Weekend Now.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hey.
Okay. If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
Welcome back to Oswego Now. I'm Hunter Truman with your Weekend Now update for events happening around our community. Start out, you can come down to the Rice Creek Field Station this Saturday for a bird drawing workshop for children and adults. This event will be hosted by Katzenova art professor Anita Willich, who will instruct not only how to draw and watercolor local shorebirds, but also teach about the birds as well. The children's section begins at 10 a.m., and it's recommended that they be at least 10 years old. The adult section will follow right after at 1 p.m. The Del Sart Dance Club is having its annual spring recital this Saturday titled Coming in Hot at Oswego High School. This event will feature Suny Oswego students who have created their own choreographed dances. All styles including ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary, lyrical, hip-hop, swing, musical, theater, Irish step, and more will be featured throughout the numerous performances. The event begins at 2 p.m. and tickets cost $3 with a student, staff, or faculty ID, and general admission is $5. Malone's Irish Hideaway will be hosting an Easter egg hunt this Sunday. All children 12 and under can participate to win prizes and meet the Easter Bunny. There will also be games, food, and drinks provided to those who attend. To participate, you must pre-register a child before Sunday by calling the bar at 315-342-7355. The Oswego County Humane Society is holding a chicken barbecue fundraiser at noon this Sunday at the Oswego Moose Lodge. Each dinner is $12 and comes with half a chicken, salt potatoes, beans, bun, and dessert. The funds raised will go towards the care of kittens during Kitten Week, a time in which there's an increased number of homeless and unwanted kittens in the community. Money raised will go towards food, vaccines, medical care, and spay/neuter surgeries. Speaking of kittens, we of course have to have our incredibly cute pet of the week. Meet Tortellini, a cat that's here to fill your life with happiness. She's shy and reserved at first, but that's just part of her charm. She's full of energy and wants to be chased for her love. If you're interested in adopting Tortellini, contact the Oswego Humane Society at info@oswegohumane.org. We will not be having a show next week with the celebration of Good Friday. However, I'll take a look at some of the events happening around the community this weekend as well. Now, while April 13th may be a weekday for many of us, for kids on spring break, this is an extended weekend. What better way to spend some of that break than to do some free bowling at Lighthouse Lanes? Oswego County Youth Bureau partnered with the bowling alley to provide children with 2 free games, free rentals, along with a complimentary slice of pizza and drink. Spots are limited for the event, so sign up. You can do that by calling Jennifer Lasordo at the Oswego Youth Bureau at 315-349-3451. The Fulton Alliance Church and Pulaski Wesleyan Church are both hosting their Easter egg hunts on April 16th. These events will take place at 10 a.m. for children all the way up to 5th grade. Registration is required for the Fulton Alliance Egg Hunt before April 13th. You can do so by heading to their website, fultonalliance.org. There are no reservations needed for the Pulaski Wesleyan Egg Hunt. Events on the 16th are not over yet because there is an Easter Bunny Drive-By starting at 10:20 a.m. The Oswego Fire and Police Departments will be escorting the Easter Bunny through the city. Bags of Easter eggs filled with candy will be handed out through the duration of the event, and the Easter Bunny will be making a stop for 20 minutes for anyone that wants to take pictures. That'll do it for your Weekend Now report for not only this weekend, but next weekend as well. Back to you, Lane.
Thank you, Hunter. I really just can't get over how adorable Tortellini was. But after the break, we'll take a look at what's happening for good news this week. And the biggest golf tournament is happening right now as we speak. Find out how Tiger Woods is doing after the break.
If doctors, nurses, and grocery store clerks can wear a mask for 10 or 12-hour shifts, you can wear a mask for an hour or less when you go to the store. Do your part. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.
Oswego Now, I'm Peyton Nashman with your Friday Sports Report. The biggest championship series in professional golf is underway as the Masters continue into a second day of action. Tiger Woods returns to the hallowed grounds of Augusta National for the 86th Masters tournament. This is Woods' first golf competition since he injured his right leg in his nearly fatal car accident 14 months ago. With a small limp, Woods played comfortably through 18 holes and finished 1 under 71 after the first round, and the real question is, will he win his 6th jacket? Woods is currently tied for 10th place, while Sunjay M finished the first round on top of the leaderboard at 5 under. Moving to the NBA, some history was made earlier in the week when the Phoenix Suns beat the Los Angeles Lakers by a 10-point lead. Not only did they eliminate the Lakers from the playoffs, the Suns hit a franchise record with 63 wins in a season. The win also marks the 2nd consecutive season in which the Suns have removed the Lakers from playoff contention. The Spurs now have a 3-game lead and own the tiebreaker over the Lakers with 3 games remaining. Lakers fans were not happy and took to Twitter about LeBron missing the playoffs for the 4th time in his 19-year career. Major League Baseball is back. After an off-season that included a 99-day owner lockout that threatened a full season and delayed opening day by a week, MLB's 2022 regular season began yesterday. The other 16 MLB teams will start their seasons today. Now for some takeaways from the league's opening day. Early on against the Astros last night, the Los Angeles Angels two-way superstar Shohei Showtime Ohtani made Major League history. Ohtani is the first player in both the American and National League to throw and face his team's first pitch of the season as a hitter. Also last night, Seth Beer hit a game-ending dinger on National Beer Day. Beer gave the Diamondbacks a 4-2 win over the Padres with a dramatic 3-run blast to right field in the bottom of the 9th. Not only was this the 2nd career home run for the rookie hitter, Beer is the first rookie to hit a walk-off home run on opening day in a game where his team was dominating. Oswego State men's lacrosse is having one of their best seasons of the last decade. Oswego Now's Luke Rosenthal has the scoop on how the team feels so far heading into their 3rd SUNY matchup.
The Oswego State men's lacrosse team is off to its best start in over 4 years. Currently sitting at 7-2, the Lakers are riding a 6-game win streak heading into the weekend. And after years of disappointing seasons, including a 2021 campaign in which Oswego finished 0-7, this year's team has found a new energy, mindset, and passion under first-year head coach Sean Eccles.
Every day is fun. Every day is energetic. Every day they learn. Every day I learn as a coach. For me as a young coach, they show me the right way to do things all the time, and I give them little reminders when they need them.
Under Coach Eccles, the Lakers are on pace to have their highest scoring season since 2013. Through 9 games, Oswego's totaled 118 goals and only allowed 79 to their opponents. This in part is due to their dynamic offense led by Gavin Elston, Weston Gray, and Ryan Eccles, Coach's younger brother. These 3 have accounted for 60 of the Lakers' goals this season, more than any other trio in the SUNYAC.
It's the rides. It's the turnovers that they cause. It's the chaos that they create by running hard. And really, our offense is playing good defense. Like, they're riding the ball back. They're getting the ball, getting us more possessions.
Though after a 22-goal performance versus Potsdam on Tuesday, the focus now shifts towards SUNY New Paltz this weekend.
We don't look in the past. Obviously, we won a couple games, but we're just worried about SUNY New Paltz. No, I actually know Coach Stewart very well. He's an awesome coach. Their guys play with an energy that's hard to come by.
Now, Saturday's matchup is set to start at 3 p.m. right here at Lakers Turf Stadium and will be the first time these 2 teams have faced off in program history. I'm Luke Rosenthal. Oswego Now.
With the win on Saturday, Oswego will extend their win streak to 7 games, which would be their biggest one in the last 10 seasons. That's all for sports. Now let's hand it back to Lane with your good news now.
Thanks, Peyton. That's going to do it for our show. Thank you so much for joining. From all of us at Oswego Now, have a nice night.